Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Shazam! I'm very excited about this. I know, it's a Flash shirt, but hear me out. As a little kid, huge DC superhero fan, I don't really know much about Shazam, but now, reading a little bit about what the movie's about, he's a kid who becomes a superhero. So it's like Big with Tom Hanks meets Superman, is the way I envision it. Don't know much more. I do know when I was a kid, I wore underoos all the time. I had Flash underoos, I had everybody, and Shazam. I thought Shazam was cool when he yelled Shazam. But I always thought, they're so close. They're like, this is a Flash shirt, and the difference is a white circle, right? I mean, there's not much difference between the two. I always thought of that when I was a little kid. That's funny. And when I go swimming at the public pool, I jump off the diving board and I'd yell Shazam before I landed in the water. So, again, that's all I knew, was that he'd yell Shazam and become a superhero and be awesome. So now I'm going to find out what he's really about, and I'm really excited about it. So I've heard good things about this movie, don't know anything about it, but I'm going to find out about it right now. I'm going to start watching it and give you a better idea of what it's really about, and I'm sure it's going to be great, but I'll make sure it is and tell you all about it. So stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Shazam. Didn't work for me. And we're at the 56-minute, 22-second mark. It's a 2-hour and 10-minute film. And it is really what I thought. It's kind of like Big meets Superman. So the story of Shazam is they're looking for a kid who is pure at heart to take on the Shazam powers to defend against evil, essentially. And the evil is the 7 deadly sins. And so in the same regard, the 7 deadly sins kind of evil is looking for somebody to be their champion. And that's the origin story. I mean, I don't want to give everything away, but really, I mean, I think everybody should know that coming into it. So, right now, so they find Shazam, as we could tell, find the kid to become Shazam, and it's taken all this time to create that backstory, where he's from. He's a foster child, and lost his family, can't find he's removed from his family, I'll say, since he was very young age, and has been hopping from foster family to foster family, trying to find his parents as well. It has now become Shazam, and I won't give it away, but now he's a kid who can turn into a superhero, and he's got all that learning to do. How does he be a superhero? What does he do? But he's still got that young, childish type mentality when he's big like Shazam. So there's a lot of comedy goes with it. He's in a home with other foster kids, a nice family. The man of the house is actually from The Walking Dead. I forget his name. And the one father in this, who is part of the evil side, is Lionel Luthor, the guy who played Lionel Luthor in Smallville. So I thought that was interesting. But I'll get some of their actors' names for the ending here, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But that's really where it is. But it's very entertaining. I like it. It's light. It's funny. They've helped us determine the origin. And we got over an hour to go yet, so hopefully it continues to be good. I'm not saying it's great just yet, but so far so good. I am enjoying it, and I'm a big DC. It seems like they might have got this one right so far. But I'll get back into it a little bit more and see where it goes from here, and I'll check in at the end. Alright, stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Shazam, and it was fun. It was a fun movie. I'm not sure if I'm ready to call it a 10 out of 10. I do like, this is DC's universe, and most of what we've seen from them is the darker side, the more serious, darker tone, you know what I mean, like, element to it, with a little bit of, jokes here and there, and put in there. They try and lighten it up a little bit. This is kind of flipped on its side. I'd say this is more of a sillier type movie. I think everybody's going to reference Big in this, and in fact, there's that floor piano that they had in the movie Big makes an appearance in this one. So a little nod to that, because that's what he's kind of doing. So it's like, it doesn't have any serious tones. It's mostly kid silliness kind of thing while it tells the origin story. So I don't think it doesn't capture the Avengers, the MCU side of things, how they have a pretty good serious tone to them, but a lot of good humor mixed in and out. You know, I think that's the magic that everybody's chasing. I think this is a good change from the overly deep, dark Justice Leagues and Batmans and things like that. You know, comes all the way over to here. I think it'd be interesting to see if Shazam makes his way into those kind of movies, and what does that do to the whole atmosphere of those types of things. That would be interesting to me to see if they maybe they could pull, you know, it's two opposite ends of the spectrum, and they could boom put it together, and they might be able to come out with something pretty awesome. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? They're setting it up for Shazam too, so I think that's a possibility. I think Levi, whatever is I don't know, the main character who plays Shazam, I think he does a phenomenal job of acting as, you know, with the kid mentality in an adult superhero body. I think he does a great job with that. I don't think he acts like the younger version, Billy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's a connection there. I think he acts like a kid, but he doesn't have the same persona as the Billy Batts is who the kid actually is. I like his sidekick friend. I think it's interesting that Billy, I know I keep referencing Big. In Big, his Josh was the kid who turned big, of course, right? Tom Hanks. Well, Josh's best friend, the little kid, his name was Billy. Well, in this one, his name's Billy too. So that's kind of neat. But that's back comic book history, which one I'm not. When I was a kid and I loved superheroes and I loved the DC, it was more about watching the cartoons and the Super Friends than it was about reading the comic books, although I had a lot of them. I'm not a nerd. I don't understand. I had to look up some of the things on this to understand its meaning. But that's okay with me. I like it that way because I like going in not knowing. I like going in not knowing how he became Shazam and everything that went with that. Adam Brody has a cameo in this. If you didn't know, Adam Brody was going to play the Flash in the original Justice League when they first cast it. That got scrapped and he got the boot, and he's no longer the Flash. But he was in this. You know, there's a lot of good stuff in this movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's fun. But I don't think they've mastered it like they have. Like, I wish they could master what they've been doing in the MCU for DC, because I'm just such a big fan. But I'll take what I can get. I enjoyed it. You know, not much else to say. I think I like the big Shazam, the adult, acting like a kid. I like Freddy. Freddy was his best friend. I like him. I thought he brought a lot of funny elements to it. Not a lot of laugh out loud moments, I don't think. Some smiley moments for me, but not laugh out loud. But ultimately, entertaining enough. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Love to hear what your thoughts are. But I'm going to let you go for now. I know this is a Flash shirt. Don't, you know, I know. But that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.